Here we will see ASP.NET Page Life Cycle. The page life cycle of ASP.NET has certain phases that help in writing custom controls and initializing an application. This figure shows different phases in page life cycle: page request, page start, page initialization, page load, validation, event handling, rendering and unload. We will see in detail each phase. First is page request. This phase takes place when the page is first requested from the server. When the page is requested, the server checks if it is requested for the first time. If so, then it needs to compile the page and parse the response and send it across to the user. If the page is not requested first time, the cache memory is checked to see if the page output is exist. If so, that response is sent to the user. Next is page start. During this time, two objects known as request and response are created. The request object is used to hold all the information which was sent when the page was requested, and the response object is used to hold the information which is sent back to the user. Next is page initialization. Page initialization helps to set all the controls on the page. It has a separate ID and it applies themes to the page in this step. Next is page load. Page load helps to load all the control properties of an application. It also helps to provide information using view state and control state. Validation phase happens when the execution of an application is successful. It returns two conditions, true and false. If execution is successful, it returns true, otherwise false. Event handling phase takes place when the same pages are loaded. It is a response for the validation. When the same page is loaded, a postback event is called which checks the page's credentials. Rendering phase happens before it sends all the information back to the user. And all this information is stored before being sent back. Unload is a process that helps in deleting all unwanted information from the memory once the output is sent to the user.